into my eyes and show me your adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life it is.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are finally doing part 1 of the celebrity build series, and as you guys might have seen from the thumbnail and the title, Khloe Kardashian has won the vote. So I'm really excited. So this is the first part, and for every celebrity build that I do, I need to give you guys a little disclaimer. So the house that I'm building, I do have lots of images that I take inspiration, well, not really inspiration. I try to recreate the homes from pictures and videos that I find online, but this is my interpretation. I do change some things to fit the Sims a little bit better because not everything is possible in the Sims, and also the lots that I'm working with are usually a little bit too small for all these celebrity builds, and this house was no exception. Of course, it was too small to fit in everything comfortably. Oh my gosh, Mona, sounded weird, but you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. So I didn't have enough space to do the entire full garden, so I do downscale the house just a tiny bit. And I do have to say, I'm not exactly done with the landscaping. I'm definitely not done with the backyard. The backyard has a lot of work that we still need to do, and I also need to not redo, but I just need to really look closely at the front a little bit more to check if I've done everything right, because at this point I'm kind of not sure if it's looking like it needs to look. I mean, it has the overall shape, the landscaping is not the same. Definitely not the same, but I do place all the landscaping almost at the same parts, but I do use different colors, different bushes, and yeah, stuff like that, because this is The Sims, like I said, and we don't have everything in the game to make a exact replica. So I am gonna revisit the front of camera, see if I'm doing anything wrong. If I'm making mistakes, of course, I will be changing that in the next episode. And of course, if you guys have any information or just pictures, videos about this home, you can please tweet them to me, or you send them through Instagram or Snapchat. That will be very helpful, because all your help is really appreciated for all the celebrity builds that I do. And I do think that there is a lot of information about this house online, and sometimes it's actually really overwhelming. And because this is Justin Bieber's former home, I'm finding a lot of interior pictures from him, but also from Khloe, and sometimes I find it really hard to distinguish which is which, if you guys know what I mean. So if I make a mistake, I'm sorry, but I will try to correct that in the next episode. Or if I do change something deliberately, I will tell you guys, and I will try to explain why I'm doing it different than the real life home. So anyways, here I'm just gonna play around with the shape, to be honest. That's what I usually do in the first part. I usually start with the front of the home. I look at how everything is placed, and I try to figure out how big the house needs to be, and how I can downscale it a little bit, because there's a lot of downscaling going on. I made the back way too big. As you guys can see, there is no room for a swimming pool at this point, and I do think that the backyard is a very large key feature of a celebrity home, because they tend to be really beautiful, and this backyard, of course, is no exception. But I have to say, like I said before, the backyard is not finished at all. It has so much more work. It's insane, but I did do a little bit, and I'm gonna work on it like real soon, and hopefully part 2 will be coming online this week somewhere. So when my vacation is ending, by the way, I will do my celebrity builds every Sunday again, like I normally do, but you guys can expect another episode of this series probably somewhere in the middle of the week, and then Sunday again. So just a heads up. But the people who are watching me for a for a long time now usually know that Sundays is Celebrity Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I try. Anyways, what am I doing here? Oh, the window. So I also am not really sure about the windows that I'm using. So she has those really traditional kind of windows at the front, but at the back I feel that there are some more modern looking windows, and especially doors. There are like these really large, I don't know the style. It's like French doors, but I'm not sure. But those are really large, lots of glass, you know what I mean? Double doors that open wide, and they don't really fit in whatever we have in the game. So I'm going with custom content, and this is a custom content build. By the way, for the people who are new to the channel, hi! I usually build custom content, celebrity builds, and at the very end, when I'm done with the celebrity build, and I've done a CC house tour of the house, of course, then I convert it into a custom content free home. So don't worry if you hate custom content, there will be a no CC version. You just need to wait to the very end of the series, and that might take a while. Usually, looking back at all my celebrity builds, they range between 5 till 9 episodes. So this one is probably gonna be like somewhere till the 9 episodes, because there is a lot of room that I need to work with, and also lots of detailing. I know Khloe remodeled the entire home. So she bought this home from Justin Bieber, and then she remodeled it entirely. She made it gorgeous. I love the interior style so much. It's right up my alley. But of course, because she remodeled it, I cannot really throw everything in and call it a day. Of course, we're gonna try and make it look kind of similar, or go with the same kind of flow or color scheme or something like that. So usually the most time that I spend on these builds are the interior. Interior takes up so much time, and the exterior usually is 2 or 3 episodes. Usually 2 or 3. So for this episode, I spent 3.5 hours only doing exterior work. So I lost a lot of time with just trying to downscale it and still making it look almost similar. So there will be a little bit of differences here and there with the real life home, especially in the roofing department. I try to make it flow almost similar, but there are little things that I just couldn't do, like this section here. If you look real closely to a aerial view a photo of the home, it really seams in nicely the corner, and I tried to do that as well. I succeeded a little bit, but I also failed a little bit in that. So yeah, it doesn't really flow like it needs to be, but I'm gonna tidy it up a little bit more. As you guys can see right now, I'm gonna fiddle around with that roof a lot, and I'm probably gonna fiddle with it a little bit more in the next episodes as well, just trying to make it look a little bit more fluent. So yeah, although I have to say the houses, these typical houses, usually have a little bit of a messy roofing, so a little bit of overlapping and messiness is fine, but not too much. So yeah, that's basically all I needed to say. I do have to say, this house really reminded me of Kylie's house. I don't know if you guys seen my version of Kylie Jenner's home. I will link the first series and the second series here up in the screen. Just click on the little eye, then you get like a drop down menu and you can see both of the series. So I've built her Hidden Hills one and her Calabasas home. There is another home that she's bought in Hidden Hills that I have not done yet. That was in the poll, by the way, but you guys voted for Khloe, and Khloe won by, I think it was like 157 votes for Khloe, and then 33 for Jennifer Lopez, and I think a 31 for Taylor Swift. So yeah, Khloe won big time. It was like everyone wanted her home, which isn't strange because a lot of people have been asking for this house for a very, very long time now. And I know it, but I really try to keep it fair and just let the audience choose. Of course, maybe for the next celebrity vote, I'm gonna do it a bit different, maybe more names. I'm not sure. I still need to think about that. But now we had like 4 names. So I thought it was kind of nice, not overwhelmingly. Not an overwhelming a lot of names, so that you can still, I don't know, so that it wasn't too divided, if you know what I mean. I'm babbling. I'm so sorry. So yeah, here playing around with the roof just a little bit more, and yeah, this is what we are gonna do a lot in this build. Play around with the roof, play around with the shape. That is part 1 all for you guys. And I have to say, I haven't cut out anything. So if you want to recreate this, you can just slow down the video. There's like a little button somewhere that you can slow down videos on YouTube, and then you can recreate it. I know a lot of people do that, recreate houses that they see on speed builds, so that is fine by me. And that's also the reason why I didn't cut out anything for this first part, because this is actually a very crucial section, the first part, because I do the entire shape. And that is the most important part. I mean, landscaping and furnishing, you can change that around. People usually change that, but the exterior, they try to make it similar, which I understand. So that's why I didn't cut out anything, so that you can really follow what I'm doing. So yeah, what am I doing here? Just doing some window action, and yeah, that's basically it. So I love it that he has 2 very large garages, but I mean, I love it if this was my home, my real life home, but in The Sims it doesn't make sense to have 2 very large garages. What am I gonna place there? So definitely one garage I'm gonna really fill in as a garage with cars and clutter items, but I was thinking, should I not convert one of these garages into something different, maybe a hobby kind of area for your Sims, where they can maybe, I don't know, practice an instrument or a secret lab? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below the video what you guys think. Should I just make it like 2 garages, plain and simple, or convert a garage into something else? So the exterior will still look as a garage, but the interior will be something completely different. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. So here, what am I doing? Just trying to figure out how I want that driveway to be. I mean, at first I was thinking, let's place a what is it called again? Roof. Let's place a roof on the floor, you know, that you have like this upgoing kind of pot. But it looks weird. I mean, I did it in the Kylie house build, the first one, and there it looked really nice. But for this house, I don't know. Maybe because it was like 2 sections, and I don't know. It just didn't really float my boat. So I went with this setup as instead. So there's a little higher foundation at the very end, which I don't mind. So here, making the front, trying to make it look similar. Of course, she has like this staircase going up, and there are like a few stairs that makes it go up. This house is also way higher. It has more foundation in real life. I keep it fairly low because I just didn't want to work that high with the home. There was no point, because we cannot make different heights of stairs. There's only 1 stairs. I cannot place like 2 with 2 different kind of heighted foundations. You cannot work like that. So I was like, no, let's not make it too high. Let's make it like, I think this like 2 stairs up. So that's fine. So here, making the little fountain section. Of course, she has a lot of fountains in this house, and I'm not mad about that. I love fountains. Fountains are gorgeous, and I love the idea of having fountains everywhere. So there's a fountain here. There will be like 2 fountains in the backyard, which I haven't placed yet. I only placed one, and there also needs to be a fountain in that little courtyard in the middle, which I'm also gonna place. So yeah, lots of fountains, and I love it. So for the front door, by the way, the front door I know is different than the real life door. The real life door is more of a very sturdy wooden door, and it's more sunken into the wall. So I am gonna maybe make the door go more inwards, but I'm probably gonna keep this door because it looks so romantic and beautiful, and I like it. I mean, I can place a wooden door, I can, but I actually like this one better. So yeah, but of course, nothing is set in stone. I'm gonna play with that a little bit more in the next episode. So here, doing some random landscaping. This looks nothing like the real life landscaping, by the way. This is way greener than she has and way more colors, but it's fine. I think it looks nice and lovely. So here adding in some trees because why not? She has trees, and I thought let's do some trees as well. So here starting with that little courtyard. So the tiling that I'm using is not quite similar. It has like the same color theme, but she has more two-colored flooring there. We don't have that in game, so I'm going with this overly red one, which I like. I mean, the overall feel is kind of similar, so that's fine. So yeah, that's basically it, really. Yeah, I don't know what else I need to say here. Oh, you're adding in a window, of course. So for the courtyard, this can change a lot, by the way. So I'm adding in windows. I don't know if they're accurate. I just had a overall aerial view of that little section, and then one picture that you only see the fireplace with some seating areas. I didn't have a close enough picture of that section, so I'm gonna revisit the courtyard hopefully in the next episode or in the episode that is coming after that, because the next episode we are really gonna focus on that backyard. That is like the main focus. That is the most important part that we need to get right, because there are so many more detailing in that backyard with shaded areas, landscaping, seating areas. There's just so much more going on there than I added in. So that's definitely for the next episode. And also I added in the very end of the video, I add in a little gazebo. She has a gazebo there. It's more on a diagonal. I tried out the diagonal. I didn't like it. So now I made it like a normal, normal straight home. I don't like it. I don't like the gazebo. I will be revisiting the gazebo, probably gonna demolish the entire thing and just gonna start over, because it doesn't feel connected. I mean, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. I'm gonna change that up. It's probably not gonna look like the real life gazebo or pool house. I think you guys call it the pool house. It's not gonna look similar, but I'm gonna make it look like it belongs. So if you don't know how the backyard looks, it's fine. If you do know how it looks, then you're probably gonna be a little bit pissed and annoyed, but I'm sorry. Sometimes I just need to change things to make it flow better. So yeah, that's basically it. Starting with some landscaping on the side. This is also not similar to the real life home. I added in these get-together stepping stones because I find them gorgeous and beautiful, and if I can use them in a house, I will. So in the real life home, she has like a normal stone pathway leading up to the backyard, but that just sounded so boring to me. I mean, it looks really beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's a gorgeous little pathway in real life, but for in The Sims, if I would have recreated that, it would look really boring. It was boring, and I don't know, I liked the stepping stones more. So that is what we are going with. So here adding on all the chimneys. She has less chimneys than Mona. She has less chimneys than Kylie, by the way. Kylie has like a trillion chimneys on her rooftop and a very large chimneys. This house has more smaller chimneys, and I think she only has like 4, maybe 5 chimneys, counting the ones with the pool house as well. So here making one of the shading areas. This is the only shading area that I'm gonna make for this episode. All of the other ones I'm gonna make in the next part. So yeah, here what am I doing? Just intersecting the poles because they were floating. I'm gonna remove that later because we are gonna work with foundation there. So what I did was not necessary, but that is fine. And then here, starting the pool. So the pool gave me a little bit of a headache because I didn't feel like it looked anything like the real life pool. I don't know, I just couldn't wrap my brain around it, how I could make it look similar. So in the end, I am gonna place this in a foundation. I'm gonna try and sink in the hot tub a little bit. I don't know if it's functional, by the way. I still need to test out the hot tub, but I do sink in the hot tub in a foundation. It does stick out a little bit, and the reason why it's sticking out is because the foundation height that I'm using is too low to make it fully flow with the pool. So it is a little bit higher as the pool, but lower than it is now. So that is nice. At first I was like, okay, let's only do foundation there and make the swimming pool in the grass. So like I'm doing right now. It doesn't look strange, but it wasn't the closest that I could do. I knew I could make it look better, so that's why we are gonna work with foundation later. So yeah, I'm really running out of words, you guys. This video is over 30 minutes long. That's a lot of minutes to talk about a home, you know. And a lot of things are like really self-explanatory. No, Mona. How do you say self-explanatory? Is that how you say it? I'm not sure, but a lot of things I'm like, you know what I'm doing, right? I don't need to tell you why I placed this. So this is one of the many fountains in the backyard, by the way. I'm gonna place one. I think I need to place one at the pool house a little bit later. There's none there, by the way, but I am gonna place it probably in the next episode. And we also have a very large open space on the left. There's absolutely nothing there in the real life home, but let me know if you guys want me to add in like a children's play area or something, maybe to fill it in. Let me know, then I can think about it. But I am actually not that mad about the open space, so I'm not sure. Lots of thinking. I need to do lots of thinking about this home. There are so many things that I need to think about. Maybe can do different, maybe not. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I need to think. So yeah, here I decided to go with that foundation, like I said. So here adding in that pool. And yeah, trying to wrap around the foundation a little bit so that the pool fits in a bit better. So yeah, that is what I'm doing here. And then making that little sunken area. And as you can see, the pool is now a little bit lower. It does stick out a little bit. There is no foundation there at the edge, but I try to make it look right with some plants, some potted plants. So I hope that worked and that you guys like how it looked. I like how it looked, by the way. I like that there's a little edge of the swimming pool hanging over the pool. I like that. Usually I'm bothered by it, but now it looks like it belongs. So I'm actually happy with that. And then here adding in those plants. I'm gonna make it look like the plants are support beams or something like that. So yeah, that is what I'm doing right here. So we're almost finished here with this episode, and like I said in the beginning, everything can change later on in the video. This is just the overall basic shape that I'm doing, basic landscaping. Maybe it's gonna stay like this, maybe not. It all depends on how many information I can find about the home. But for now, I'm actually happy how it turned out. Probably could have done maybe a little bit more landscaping. But yeah, that's for the next episode, you guys. I think for a 3.5 hours, I did fine. I could have maybe worked a little bit faster, but yeah, that's just me. I'm the slowest person on earth when it comes to building. So, but of course you guys know that already as well. So here adding in some more flowers, and then I'm gonna start the landscaping of that wall because it looked weird without plants. So I'm gonna fiddle around here quite a bit. I was not happy with the hedges. I was not happy with my free landscaping. I'm gonna change everything a little bit later on to make it look better, to make it look not as manicured. Usually I do very manicured landscaping. If you haven't seen that, just check out my other videos. I did this really cool looking oasis mansion that is very manicured landscaping there. I will link that video here if you are interested in that, by the way. So I didn't want to do anything like it because if you look at the real life home, it's very freely landscaped but still very purposely placed, if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So that is also the feel what I was going for. I was like, okay, this needs to be this needs to be like freely landscaped, not purposely placed, but still like it belongs. So that is what I was trying to do. So what I'm doing here, I'm gonna delete that all. That is not what I was going for, and I'm gonna change it up a little bit, and I'm gonna try to make it look better. So yeah, that is basically all I'm gonna do for the landscaping here. And yeah, I don't know what to do, what to say next about the home, but yeah. Anyways, leave your comments, suggestions, everything that you want to tell me in the comment section below the video. Don't forget, if you have any information about the interior, any videos, photos or sites that you can direct me to, please do leave it all in the comment section or go to my Instagram or Snapchat or Twitter. All the links are in the description of the video for my social media. If you are gonna go to my Snapchat, if you aren't following me there already, I use my Snapchat for personal use and also for my simming thing. So it's like simming and personal stuff combined. If you don't like personal stuff, go to my Instagram because I only post like in between footage of what I'm working on, little sneak peeks. And if you hate also these type of things and you only want like a notification when a new video is gonna come on, go to my Twitter because I only use it for that. And the reason that I'm only using my Twitter for like notifications of new videos is I'm a noob. I'm a noob and I don't know how Twitter works because I'm actually kind of old. So Snapchat and Instagram were, I mean, that was like my limit of technology. But yeah, Instagram is really, not Instagram, Twitter. Twitter is so hard for me. I don't understand all the hashtags and add this and all the stuff. It's so hard for me. So yeah, but I'm trying. Hopefully in the future, maybe I'm gonna use my Twitter more. Maybe not. Anyways, I hope that you guys have a awesome day wherever you are. Don't forget to leave a like if you liked it, and if this is the first video that you are seeing from me and you liked what you're seeing, then please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that you would never ever miss a video of mine. So I hope that you guys have a awesome day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you all soon. Bye bye.
Look into my eyes and show me adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy. So take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made of, baby, that's made of all that we find. Bye.